Sorry about all of you waiting for chaos because we can have a chaotic morning.
When 34 people have died.
When no, you see, 34 people have died. First problem, second problem, happening at the same place. We haven't done anything about it.
Exactly.
I was very sad to know that we've had reports upon reports upon reports, reporting the same things, accidents happening at the same place, and authorities have failed to act. I don't know if it's a situation that those in authority are not part of our system, so they don't care about the system. That's what it looks like. Because they are not part of the system, they don't care about the system.
I had someone just sending in a message that you hardly get road accidents where people are driving a V8.
That's what I'm talking about. Because you have to be part of the system to understand what is going on with the citizens. But when it's a case where your family is elsewhere and all you do here is just go on and give contracts and get the money and just do stuff, you don't care about the system.
But
you don't care about the people in it.
Even if it does happen to
I mean,
them.
this is something very, very basic. So why should this be happening year after year? And this is not the only sport. I'm sure when you sit down and you go through it, there are so many sports and things that are very glaring that we need to sort out. I don't think it's really cool to sit here this morning and be smiling and we do care this morning when 34 people have died.
It's not.
I
it's not right.
am so disappointed, as always, because our leaders are failing us.
It's not the first time this has happened. And you see, I'm just reminded even that George Anda, who is the Deputy Minister of Communications, was involved in an accident himself.
Yes.
I don't want to go into the circumstances of him being taken to the hospital and all of that. But the question here is that shouldn't that also move people to act? Knowing that accidents don't know any face, don't know who you are. Because something must be done. The president inaugurated a committee after Ebony died. A road safety, an interministerial committee on road safety. We didn't see a report. We didn't see what work they were supposed to do. We didn't see any update. At the end of the year, we heard that some 200,000 Ghana cedis is being devoted to road safety education. What were the results? What were the outcomes out of that? And it's so many questions, not enough answers. I'm going to let you do sports right now, and of course, I was planning to do a chaotic shout to Class B Della Russell Oklu, who is celebrating her birthday today. It's still your birthday.
It's still your birthday, but
happy birthday to you. Unfortunately, we can't make it chaotic. Not when 34 people have passed. The Sports Center is brought to you by MTN. Choose your own bundle your own way with MTN Flexi Bundle. Just dial *138# and enjoy bundles that don't expire. Standard Chartered Bank here for good. Gone are the days when bundles came in just fixed offers. Times are changing, and that's why we're giving you the freedom to choose your own bundle packages. Now, whether you want to bundle 3 pesos, 20 pesos, 20 cedis, 30 pesos, or even 115 cedis, we did for you. Just dial *138#, *170#, and enter your own amount, and bingo, you're good to go. So go ahead and enjoy the flexi bundles that don't expire. MTN, we did for you everywhere you go. Now, Standard Chartered wants to take you to Dubai. Just get yourself a Standard Chartered Visa debit or credit card and use it to pay for your meals, fuel, shopping, fees, and any transaction, and take a closer step to that Dubai trip. The more you transact from now till 15th March 2020, the better your chances of winning the ultimate prize, which is an all-expense paid trip to Dubai with your partner. You could also win any of the over 1,000 monthly prizes, including a new iPhone 11 Pro, a 40-inch television with DSTV subscription, or DSTV decoders with a monthly subscription. It just gets better with Standard Chartered. Just make sure you get yourself a Standard Chartered Visa debit or credit card and start swiping to win big. Visit any of our branches or log on to sc.com to apply. Terms and conditions apply. Standard Chartered.
Here for good and here for sport. So let's get into the Sports Center this morning. And just 2 weeks after the Ghana Football Association dissolved all technical setup of the national teams, the Executive Council has announced the composition of a new technical team with the management. So far, what is left to be announced is a technical composition of the Black Stars, but it's widely rumored that former Black Stars skipper Siki Akono will land the top job. My colleague Gary Al-Smith has been speaking about why the FA is considering the former Asante Kotoko coach.
I think the fact that he has managed traditional clubs in this country suggests that he can deal with pressure. And with the Black Stars, that is half of the job done. He's managed 11 Wise at House of Folk, Asante Kotoko, Ashgold. 4 big traditional clubs in their own right. Secondly, I think that CK seems to be a man of his own, and in the last 4 years or so, he's been one of the biggest qualities that we've needed in the Black Stars. Looking at the sorts of players that we have and the powerful media that we have here. So I think that, with the fact that we knew that the job was going to a Ghanaian, I'd rather give it to him than anybody else.
Now, so far as the FA has announced a lot, they have managed to come up with quite a number in terms of the technical setup of the other national teams. My colleague Benedict also has the details.
Madam Mercy Tegu Kwaku has been reappointed as coach of the Black Queens. Yusuf Basigi is now the head coach of the national under-20 female side, that's the Black Princesses, with Baba Nuhu Malam, the head coach of the national under-17 female team, that's the Black Maidens, and he will be assisted by Dora Zuta and Jo Nana Adakwa. Madam Joyce Boate Eji is now the head coach of the national under-15 female team. Abdul Karim Zito is the head coach of the national under-20 male team, that's the Black Starlight, and he will be assisted by Augustine Evans Adote and Salifu Fatao as assistant 1 and assistant 2. Pa Kwesi Fabian is the head coach of the national under-23 team, that's the Black Meteors. He will be assisted by Akapo Patron and Ben Owu as goalkeepers trainer, and Ibrahim Tanko is the head coach of the Black Stars B team. He will be assisted by Prince Owusu as assistant 1 and Godwin Atram as assistant 2.
Benedict Owusu with that report. Now, away from the national teams, the Ghana Premier League enters match day 4 today with some great games to look forward to. The top lineup this afternoon will be at Vakun Park, where Bidiama SC will take on Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Fresh from the temporal ban from playing at the Babayara Stadium, the Porcupine Warriors will be hoping to get their season back on track after last Sunday's defeat to Brecum Chelsea. Here's their manager, Maxwell Kunedu.
That's happened, and it's gone. We should put that behind us. And I believe they played well and won the game. We won't be here to put blame on anybody, but we accept the fact that we've lost the game. Maybe to some extent to a more serious side. We have to be serious as well. But going forward, I think our boys too gave their best, but it wasn't just enough until the incident happened. We move on, and we know we are going to bounce back immediately.
Midiama forward, Nana Kofi Babel, who has netted 3 times, wants to score against Kotoko as he looks forward to reaching a minimum of 10 goals in the season's league.
I always start from the bench, and I'm quite a young player, and I will look into it. I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 goals will do. But I'll try to take my chances. Any chance that I get, I'll try to score. The coach understands me perfectly well because I just came from the youth team, and it's part of the development. So I'm excited. I'm not rushing myself to be in the first level.
Well, there'll be 2 matches at the Crown Sports Stadium, we know. Inter Allies, yes, are up against Elmina Sharks. That's at 3 p.m. Later in the evening, we've got Legon Cities up against Ashanti Gold. Yeah, they'll be playing right in that one. There's a lot to look forward to in that game, plus a performance like they do. I think Wasiata will be out there at the Crown Sports Stadium. You want to watch him. Now, whilst Ash Gold will be hoping to keep their fine start to the season intact, Legon Cities will be seeking to get their first win of the season. Here's their coach, Goran Baryaktarievich.
I see improvement because it's my job to see this. But never mind, that's why I told you in last question, it's easy to talk. The truth is on the pitch, And I see the improvement, players, they feel it, and you are the last who will see this. Because you see the end product of this, what we do. But I see this. Otherwise, I would start to criticizing, like they don't work, no. But it's not. They are really, they give their best.
In other games, the Crown Hearts of Oak are keen to build on their win against the Busia Dwarfs as they travel to Sogakope to face Wafa. 11 Wonders will seek their first away victory of the season as they welcome Adriana Stars at the Ohene Amayal Park. The first home victory there. Pointless at Busina Dwarfs here, we know, also have a big job there to do against Liberty Professionals. Brecum Chelsea face Dreams FC in Brecum, in Brecum Mamase, and Ken Faisal hosts Brecum United. Inter Allies, as you know, will lock horns with Elmina Sharks at the Accra Sports Stadium. Now, a quick one as well, as we keep tabs on what's happening on the continent. The Confederation of African Football is expected to announce the change in date for the next Africa Cup of Nations today, because the next edition in 2021 will clash with the FIFA Club World Cup in China. CAF has been asked by FIFA to consider the timing. It's understood the tournament, which happened in the summer last year, will be back to the original timing in January till February. We'll be keeping tabs on that for you. We can talk about the ongoing Ghana University Sports Association games, and we know that defending champions, University of Cape Coast, are in great position to retain their crown as they sit comfortably at the top of the medal table. Out of 11 participating universities, the UCC, where we met winners in the 2018 edition, have won the highest medals after 10 days of action. The medal table is based on the disciplines decided so far, which are athletics, goalball, and tennis. UCC topped the standings with a total of 25 medals, 9 gold, 11 silver, and 5 bronze. They won 16 of the medals in athletics there. They're followed by the University of Education Winneba with 18 medals, 8 gold, 5 silver, 5 bronze. University of Development Studies sit in third with 17 medals, 16 of which were secured in athletics, including the men and women 4x100 meters gold. Host University of Ghana, have won a total of 15 medals and occupy the 4th position. Meanwhile, the local organizing committee of the games moved swiftly to arrest hooligans who nearly marred the football match involving the University of Ghana and the University of Development Studies. The agitated fans chased the centre referee following a series of fouls and a suspension to a UG player in the game at the Mensa Saba Field. However, the mob were overpowered by the security personnel and detained. The University of Ghana went ahead to win 4-3 on penalties despite playing a man down. There's more actually to come today in handball, football, badminton, table tennis, volleyball, beach volleyball as well, basketball and netball. We can do tennis quickly as we wrap it up this morning on the Joysports Centre. And Australian Open qualifying was delayed twice yesterday because of very poor air quality from ongoing bushfires in the country and then rain. Play was delayed by 3 hours this morning as well by the air quality, which was rated unhealthy. The BBC's tennis reporter Russell Fuller is in Melbourne and has more.
Well, the principal fires are to the east and the northeast of Melbourne, and most of those are around about 250 kilometres away from the city. So it's really only when there is an easterly wind or a wind from the northeast blowing the smoke Melbourne's way that the city has a problem, and therefore the Australian Open has a problem. Looking at the forecast for the next few days, I think rain is going to give the schedulers the biggest headache. There may well be some delays over the next 72 hours, and I suspect throughout the Australian Open we might have the odd hold-up when the air quality reading becomes too bad for play to continue and smoke is over the city. But I don't think, judging by the latest forecast, that it's something that will cause major delays day after day after day. A lot of players were unhappy, and even though I was in transit in Hong Kong at the time, just looking at the pictures and reading what people were saying, I felt that they got it spectacularly wrong yesterday. There was no need for players to have to play in conditions like that, and we saw the results on court.
Right, Russell Fuller with it. We'll be keeping tabs on that as we build up to the start of the Australian Open. In the FA Cup, yesterday Tottenham gained the Hartford 2-0 victory over Championship side Middlesbrough, and Newcastle beat Rochdale by 4-1. Later tonight, it's Manchester United versus Wolves at Old Trafford. Let's see if they can sort that out. And I think that's about it. That's about it for the Joysports Centre this morning. But we'll have to wish Berima Edu Amwakwa, prosectically gone, a happy birthday. God's blessings to you from your father, Frederick Edu Amwakwa of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Good morning to you.
Happy birthday.
We'll package the chaotic stuff for you tomorrow. Today is such a very
it's a very critical day.
We're very sad.
After all of these people have died, we are not just sad, we are angry, to be